Hi, it's Tess here. Just doing a little live broadcast. Uh, I've been integrating something and I just felt a pull to share. So here I am, and I've had a lot of realizations from this, so I'm just going to get to it. Probably the easiest way to explain is with a story. When I was 8 years old, I fell off a horse quite badly and actually got stuck in the stirrup and got dragged for a while. And it scared me. And I think the thing that scared me the most was, uh, you know, the possibility, because actually I wasn't that hurt, but it was always really clear to me how hurt I could have been, even though I wasn't. And from then on, I bailed for a long time. Um, I would feel myself losing control in the saddle, or I would lose a stirrup and I would just jump off a horse until I was 28, I think, maybe 27. And I bailed off a horse and I broke my arm and leg on opposite sides. It's lots of fun. No wheelchair, no crutches. This arm, this leg. Anyway, so when I went back to riding after my broken limbs healed, I had this feeling like I was just gonna bail forever. Like I would just jump off a horse if a horse spooked. And I kind of realized that it wasn't working. It was unsafe, actually, that it was unsafe, that I could get seriously injured. And so I had to learn riding from the ground up. And for me, riding from the ground up was an amazing coach. And the hair in my face, probably. Deflect much? Okay, so riding from the ground up with an amazing coach, the most amazing and gentle and patient woman. Coach, the riders anyway. I don't know about the rest. Not for me to know, but this woman taught me how to breathe and how to calm my own body so that I could calm a horse's body. And ultimately, of course, so that I could not just believe that I was calm, but actually calm myself physiologically. She taught me how to breathe again and calm my own body down. And I certainly credit that for not only learning how to ride much better than I ever did before, and how to ride comfortably without a saddle. I mean, even then, I stopped riding very, very shortly after feeling comfortable, and I just rode over the Christmas holidays, so like almost 5 years later, more than 5 years later, and I had one of the best lessons because I'm a better rider now and I understand my body. I understand how to breathe. I understand how to open up my hips and sit on my sit bone, and I'm not even sitting, I understood these things. And um and it completely changed me as a rider, changed everything about me. In 2017, so to put that story into context, my current life context, I feel like in 2017, um, and the past few years of my life, I have had to throw out my old styles and adopt new ones and learn things from the ground up to reconnect with my body, to find the strength and the power of my body, of even things like emoting. I'm letting myself cry right now because there's nothing wrong with crying is an evolutionary adaptation to feelings of hopelessness or futility, and I've been feeling hopeless and futile, and then I had lots of great realizations. Then that's what the crying did. Actually, that's what it does. It changes the shapes of our neurons. It raises our consciousness so that we can see more than this and that, but all the other possibilities in between. So I realized that I had to throw away my um, relationship. And by throw away, I mean, that sounds cavalier. I had to recognize that my old style of writing wasn't working and that I needed to learn something new, right? This is what's happened to me with relationship, with home, and that was the big one that I was having this morning, with money, with beliefs about with sex, my body, spirituality, um, ideas of sustainability, responsibility, feminism. Like, seriously, in 2017, I had emotional, mental, physiological, psychological, spiritual, mental, whatever. If I've missed anything, just add it. Sexual, spiritual, I think I said those. Emotional, I'm sure I said. Okay, I'm just repeating myself. I had huge breakdowns in so many different areas of my life that I've got to build things from the ground up. And what it's ultimately meant is that I've built a foundation with myself, first and foremost, with my own body, with understanding my own body, with getting to the root of my own body's needs and what needs aren't being met if I'm not acting in a way that serves me, with all these different things, all these old shames and judgments I had on myself. Like, I just tore that shit up. I tore it up, and I still am, because it gave me the skills to continue this growth. There's no need ever to stop now. I'm so excited for the future. So I realized earlier that, number one, I have to admit and acknowledge that the home that I'm in is not working for me, and that it's time for me to seriously put down in writing and make out loud intentions to the world of what a home looks like for me. Because I think for a long time, and whatever, we can go back to when I was 9 and we moved and my heart was broken, and I've moved and moved and moved and moved and moved ever since then. And I want a home. I want community. And I have community all over the world. I have no doubt that I could find this. And now I'm getting on a tangent. Can you give me a moment to finish up? Speaking of family, hello, family. What do you have there?
That is this potion.
Oh, I don't know. Is it a potion that makes Mama talk faster?
Yes, Mama. It's a fruit potion.
A fruit potion?
Yeah. So that's red and fruit.
I don't know.
That's red.
Mango. No. Banana.
No.
Strawberry.
No.
Blueberry.
No.
Give me a hint.
Okay, blue.
But it's not blueberry?
Yeah.
A blue fruit?
Mm,
Blackberry.
no.
Ah, the
Black
phone is ringing now.
Black
Okay, let me say something and then I'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. I won't go through every single realization that I had this morning. I won't go through all of my plans for finding healthy home, community, relationship, etc., etc. But I will in the continuing months. So one of the realizations that I had today is that what I've been doing hasn't been working for me, career-wise, in terms of my... Stop, please. Yeah, it's spilling, and it's loud. Could you please take it back to the bathroom, and I'll come and look at it there when I'm done? So, yeah, I will.
Mama, somebody was called Ron the bank and was on the phone.
Are they still on the phone? Or did you hang up? That's a good idea. You did right, Helmer.
They told me to tell you they called.
World Bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bank. What bank? The bank.
All right, cool. Thanks, Helmer.
Hello.
So, some of the things... All right, I'll come out in a minute. I'll just finish this video. This is perfect, because what I came on here ultimately to share is that what I do think will work for me in terms of a schedule of YouTubing, or how do I best share? How I best share is live and authentically and vulnerably. So it is my intention to do a live check-in every day, more or less every day. Sometimes, quite frequently, we don't have power or whatever, stuff happens, but I will try to do a check-in every day, some shorter, some longer. And and share with you what I'm doing to rebuild my life and create a life that I love from the rubble up. From the rubble up, because there's a lot of rubble. I'm surrounded by a life of rubble, and now it's time to rebuild. And if I'm right, 2018 and the coming years aren't just going to see this kind of thing happening for me individually. This is going to be happening on a collective level as we realize that the things that aren't working for us cannot be tweaked or fixed. They have to be torn down, torn into rubble, so that we can build from the ground up. More on that in the coming days. I don't have a time that I'm going to try to check in. I'm just going to try to check in. Excuse me a moment. So if you like this and you want to hear more about this journey and see these cameos and slices of our life, then remember to follow me if you're on Facebook, or hit subscribe if you're on YouTube. I hope you can hear me because the microphone's on the opposite side than he is. Do you want to say anything before I say goodbye, Ray?
No thanks. Poo,
all right.
Poo.
Goodbye then.
Poop on you.
Much love. I had
Poop
snot
you,
stick
guys.
to the end of my finger and come off my face, and I don't know if that was visible in the video, but now you know for sure, so that's good.
And poop on you.
That too. And by the way, the song that I still haven't sung live is coming, but what I did now is living that song, walking my talk, so to speak, in terms of putting myself out there in ways that seem like they'll actually work. I'm giving up now. Pin him, squeeze him, constrict. You want to say goodbye?
Poop on you.
That seems appropriate.